Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Connect to Protect virtual benefit for CASA of San Mateo County. My name is Greg Quiroga. I have the honor of being your MC and fundraiser this evening. We are glad you are here to support the important work of CASA of San Mateo County. Now, this year's benefit, it's our first, and we were very much looking forward to being able to celebrate with you in person, but things being what they are, we are glad that you have joined us for our virtual benefit and are looking forward to doing great work together tonight. We have a great show lined up for you tonight. You're going to get to hear from CASA volunteers, CASA kids, and of course, CASA staff. And you get to be part of the show as well. In order for you to participate, though, we need you to make sure you are logged in and registered to participate on our bidding platform. So get out another device and go to casa.ggo.bid. You can see it right below me in the corner of the screen, casa.ggo.bid. Could be your cell phone, could borrow the iPad back from the kids for an hour. Just get on over to casa.ggo.bid, click on Get Started, and, well, get started. That is where you can make pledges in our Fund a CASA this evening, and trust me, once you have heard from volunteers like Lorraine, or heard Marlene and Tony's story, you are going to want to make pledges. Hashtag foreshadowing. Casa.ggo.bid is also where you can bid on our auction items this evening, and we have some doozies, including a chance to enjoy a fireside chat with Hall of Famer Steve Young himself. So once again, get on over to casa.ggo.bid so you can get in the game. I have a great feeling about us tonight. You and I are going to make some fantastic things happen for CASA and the deserving and amazing youth they serve. But first, allow me to introduce Nakia Richardson, the Executive Director of CASA of San Mateo County.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for Connect to Protect, our benefit in support of CASA of San Mateo County. I'm Nakia Richardson, CASA's Executive Director. And on behalf of our volunteers, our staff, and our board, we're thrilled that you've chosen to be here with us. Over the course of this evening, you will hear from one of the young people we support, some of our volunteers, and one of the many social workers we partner with to serve our CASA kiddos. Whether you have been a CASA supporter for a long time now, or even if you're new to the program, I know that what you will hear tonight will convey the capacity of our kiddos to confront challenges that would buckle most adults. And I know that you'll be moved, as I am, every day by the ways in which everyday adults in our community are coming together to make a difference for the children we support. CASA, or Court-Appointed Special Advocates, exists because we recognize the power of human connection. After they've completed over 30 hours of training and court observation, our volunteers are paired with young people ages 0 to 21. They meet with them weekly. They mentor and advocate for our children in schools, in the larger community, and in the courtroom. Over the last few months, COVID has impacted all of us in various ways, with diminished resources and increased isolation adding to the stress that our children are already working through because of the trauma they've experienced. Adding to that, distance learning and the inability of teachers to check in on our kiddos, teachers who we rely on to be the additional eyes and ears to make sure that things are okay with the children we support. And with all of that combined, it's easy to see how critical the role of CASA volunteers are. CASA volunteers, through the relationships that they build with our kiddos, build trust, the type of trust that you develop by listening to a child's story and by showing up for them consistently. I've been amazed by the many ways that our volunteers have remained engaged and connected to our kiddos. Using technology and creativity, they have figured out what our kids' needs are and ways to address the well-being of the kids that we are supporting. Jelani Freeman is a man who spent most of his childhood from the age of 8 until adulthood in the DC foster care system. He's now an attorney and a CASA volunteer. And you may have even heard him speak at the 2016 Democratic National Convention. He credits much of his success to the relationship with his mentor. He says that because she saw something in me, I could become it. And that really conveys what CASA is all about. It's about the sharing of possibility, healing, and the sharing of love. CASA has been serving children in San Mateo County since the 90s, and over the years, the number of children we've served is in the thousands. To the volunteers and staff who work tirelessly on behalf of our kiddos, it's a privilege. It's a privilege to show a child they matter. It's a privilege to show a child that someone has their back. Although I would love to say that the work that we do is priceless, and on many levels it is, there is a cost to providing the services that we give. It costs $2,500 per year to provide a CASA advocate to a child. Over the next few moments, you will hear from many people who understand what that impact looks like on the ground, and I hope that you will be inspired to give financially and to give meaningfully to continue the work that we do so that we can address the needs that we are seeing now and that we know, unfortunately, will continue into the future. Thank you for being here with us tonight, and we hope that you will enjoy the rest of the evening.
My name is Lorraine Hilt. I have been a CASA for 11 years to 7 children. I have continued to stay with CASA as a volunteer because I find it so rewarding to have that one-on-one time with a child during their most difficult time in their childhood, when they're removed from their family, they've changed schools, they're surrounded by adults that they don't know. To have one person that comes every week and spends time with them, takes them on fun adventures, even if it's just a hike, to listen to what they want, to advocate for them, to all the parties that are working with them, what they are interested in doing, what they want to do, who they want to live with. My first case was working with a young boy that was placed with his mother. His father was incarcerated. My concern while on that case was if Dad was going to receive the services that he needed when he was incarcerated, to understand the magnitude of his behaviors in that household and how it's affected the family and caused a lot of trauma. So I decided to send my parenting books that I were no longer using to Dad, to the prison, hoping that he would be able to read them. On the last day of the hearing, Dad's therapist mentioned to the court that Dad was bringing these books into therapy, highlighted and tabbed, and talking to her about the areas that he did not understand to be a better parent. And if you fast forward 10 years later, I was at that young boy's high school graduation. His father was there. He was so happy to see me. He gave me a big hug and thanked me for being so supportive to his family and to him, and understanding that he wanted to be a better father, and I was helping him do that. And it was such a beautiful event because they had such a large family, and having that family be reunited and having them all there together, loving him and supporting him, was just the most rewarding experience. But you don't have that unless you're volunteering with the child one-on-one on a weekly basis for an extended period of time. While you're doing that, you may not see the impact that you're having until 10 years later. As an advocate, you are the one consistent person with that child through their dependency or their juvenile justice program. Their social workers will change, their placements may change, therapists possibly change more than once. They could even change schools multiple times. I worked with a young boy who had 6 different placements in 2.5 years, and the one thing that was consistent was me. And I made sure on each placement, I was the person picking him up, helping him pack his belongings, and taking him to the new place and staying until he felt adjusted, if that was only an hour, or sometimes I'd have to come back the next day and just be there. I was providing him with emotional permanency. And you do that by being there every week, remaining calm when they're not, and just supporting them in really hard times.
Hi, I'm Carly Kohler. I'm a social worker with San Mateo County Children and Family Services. I'm in the Family Maintenance Family Reunification Unit at the South San Francisco office. I really enjoy working with the CASA program. I think the CASAs are very important to a CPS case, and that their teamwork with social workers can really benefit the youth that we work with. As a social worker, we can have anywhere from 25 cases to 30 cases. I think right now, I know recently I had 22 cases. As a social worker, we're often very busy with supporting families and focusing on a family's safety concerns that we don't always have the time and the ability to support foster youth in their interests. And that's really where CASAs come in, because a CASA can come support a youth in not only their needs, but they can also find out what that youth really desires or what that youth really wants to do, and really push that youth to explore and focus on their interests. And this can be really important to a youth's self-esteem and to building that self-esteem so they gain more confidence. And you can just see how that would affect a child and really benefit them, especially if they have a CPS case. It's really important for foster youth to have CASAs because a CASA can really nurture a child's soul and their interests and let them feel that they're heard and validated. It can help them learn how to be an advocate for themselves. It can help them start to have more confidence, and it can really support a foster youth in getting some individual attention. Often the youth that we work with have parents who are in crisis, who are sometimes still in crisis, and so those parents can't really focus on a youth's interests and helping them gain more confidence in themselves because they're just in survival mode. They just have to focus on getting their needs met and helping the kids get their needs met. They can't often think that far ahead because they're still trying to get there. They're still in crisis. So what's great about a CASA is a person just for that youth who cares about them and is their mentor and wants to support them and thinks that their thoughts are important and thinks that their interests are important. And that can just change a child's life. It can make a child feel that they're important and that they have significance and that they can do things they never thought they could.
A parent was reunited with the children. The case was still open, and the children were not very happy that they were returned to mom, so behaviors of acting out was happening. 7 o'clock in the morning, my phone started ringing, and it was my CASA child's parent panicking because she didn't know what to do because he had locked himself in a bedroom and she could hear things crashing. So I said, let him know I'm on the phone. He didn't want to talk to me, so that wasn't happening. I got in my car and drove over, and within about 10 minutes, I was able to have him unlock the door. And I sat there with him and just started talking about his options for the day and letting him know he gets to choose what is going to happen next. The choice was for me to take him to school and for me to pick him up. I picked him up after school. He grabbed my hand and said, "When you're in my house, I feel much better." And I said, "I know, buddy." And that's why I came over. You can have that opportunity to make a kid feel better just by being around them as an advocate.
Thank you, Lorraine. We appreciate your commitment and the passion you bring to the families that CASA of San Mateo County serves. Thank you for sharing your stories with us and for giving us a small glimpse into the challenging world children in the foster care system live within. For those of you watching on screen right now, you heard Lorraine talk about consistency, how she is with her youth for each placement change, helping to pack, settle in, and adjust, even when that requires an additional visit the next day. CASAs provide support and emotional permanency because of the commitment of volunteers like Lorraine and because of you watching at home. In just a few moments, you're going to have the opportunity to enable Lorraine and all of the other CASAs of San Mateo County simply by making pledges. Pledges that will bring stability to the life of a foster youth. Pledges that will help foster youth do better in school and better in life. And we have a variety of levels at which you can make a pledge. $25,000, $10,000, $5,000, $2,500 is a very special number for us because $2,500 is what it costs to fund a CASA for a full year. We also have pledge levels of 1,000, 500, 250, and on down. And I guarantee that there is a pledge level that matches up your capacity and your commitment, because if you don't see a level that you like, you can donate a custom amount. Every pledge will make a difference for CASA of San Mateo County. Every pledge will make a difference in the life of foster youth. Every pledge will help forge a relationship like the one between Tony and Marlene.
I've been Marlene's CASA for 5 years, going on 6. And I definitely see the growth in the relationship. And
yeah, I feel like a lot of friendships and real relationship crash down, but honestly, this is the most stable relationship I've ever had, like the most I can count on, the best relationship I've ever been in, basically. So why did you become my CASA? Like, why did you choose me out of all people?
I looked at different cases and I saw yours. And I chose you because I felt we had something in common. And I felt that you were surrounded by a lot of males and you could need a little female help.
I did. Yeah, I think because I didn't really have my mom, it was kind of hard for me. Because, well, I had her, but she wasn't there. Like, she wasn't mentally or physically there. So you were there. And so,
Yeah.
I feel like the first time I met Tony, I ran away from you. I ran away from you because I really thought you were gonna leave. So I was just like, oh, she's just a person that's gonna leave. Like, she is obligated. I felt like she was obligated to be in my life, or obligated because she's part of the county. That's what I thought. But then once I got to know her, and like, she didn't come in her county car, and we don't feel embarrassed. Like, every time a foster kid sees the county car, we're just like, oh, we're scared to see that. Like, we're just like, oh, are my friends seeing, or like, is anybody looking at me going into this car? But when Tony came in, like, when Tony came and she came to my godparents' house, I was like, who is this? Like, I don't know her. Like, and so, you know, I told my godmom, I said, I don't know about her. Like, she's just gonna leave. Like, I don't know. But my godmom really said she's like, you never know. You don't even know her. You don't know her story. Like, you have a story. So, you know, you don't know Tony's story. You don't know that person. You have to go get to know that person, because that person can really impact your life.
Yeah.
So she did really impact my life, because I'm 20 years old and she's still here.
Yeah, but you were hiding.
Yeah.
Oh, you canceled on me. I had to hunt you down. You were busy, blah, blah, blah. And then you came around. And then you started texting me.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? When can I see you?
Yeah, now I text her, because I'm like, if Tony doesn't text me, I feel like, okay, now I need to text her because I want to see her. And that's my feelings. Like, I want to see her. This is like a relationship. This is like, you know, a committed relationship. It's like when I went to nationals, that was the first time when I knew, like, you were really into my passion. Like, you were like, oh, okay, she likes wrestling, so
I knew nothing about wrestling.
You knew nothing about wrestling, but you still were there to try to support me. And even when I lost, you're like, no, you're still my little champion, or, you know, stuff like that. Like, your words really just, for me, it encouraged me to go far for my life and just, you know, go to college or go to, you know, I didn't have that in my head. I didn't have that mentality in my head. I didn't want to graduate or anything like that. But, you know, you said set yourself goals, and that's what I did.
Yeah. And I think that's what my job is, or what I would like to see in you, is to push you and get higher goals than you might have. So, and I think you're doing really well in that aspect.
Yeah, because a lot of like foster kids like me, like, I feel like everyone says, like, oh, like, they're not gonna make it, like, they're just gonna become like this, or they're gonna go on the streets, or they're just gonna sell drugs, stuff like that. Like, but having a CASA, I feel like, makes you feel like better about yourself, and, like I said, keeps you going. And it's that, like, it's not like you're my blood parent. It's just like you're my friend, and you're like, yeah.
I hope I'm your safe friend. You can unload on me, and you have been. You've been crying. You've been yelling at me. You give me everything, but it's the safe container. And then I show you that there's a different way.
What made you different was I have a therapist, I have everyone, but you're all in one, if that makes sense. It's like I can talk to you, I can go and have a coffee with you, we can go on our adventures, like you're all in one. And so that's how I feel like that's why you're important to me, because all I know that you're just gonna be in my life till I get old, like till I get one day that I feel like our relationship is to the point where it's like when I get married one day, I want you to be right front row and center. That's how I feel. I think it was my senior year when everything was, going down with me, that I had to move to another home. You were just like, everything's gonna be okay. You always had a pat on my back, and that's what all I needed. So that's why I say you're all in one. So
yeah. And then that's what I feel like CASA is, the safe container, where she can come with all kind of stuff, because Melanie has different areas of her life and they all go together at a certain pace, but I'm kind of outside it, so she can unload anything on me and it's safe. And what I hear from you is that's kind of what you used, so high five.
Oh, thank you, Marlene. Thank you, Tony. You two are such an inspirational example of why we are here tonight. You heard directly from Marlene how big an impact Tony has had in her life. She called Tony the most stable relationship she's ever had and the best relationship she's ever been in. And you can enable foster youth the opportunity to enjoy stability, to feel supported, to have a sense of continuity in their life right now. We need you to step up and support CASA of San Mateo County right now by making a pledge. Every $2,500 you pledge enables one CASA for a full year. And the pledges and the sponsorships have been coming in. If you look on our Fund a CASA page, you'll see that our sponsors have come through in a major way. We have a $25,000 sponsorship from Peter and Betsy Chung. We have a $25,000 sponsorship from Gregory and Karen Wing in conjunction with Silver Lake. We have a $25,000 sponsorship from David and Laura Crane. We received a $10,000 sponsorship from Freedom Financial. $5,000 from Google, $5,000 from Nicholson Kearns, Sandy Nicholson and Kearns Jewelry. Christina Tudor, we saw your 500 pledge this evening. Thank you. We have a $2,500 sponsorship. Randy Shafton pledges $500. We have $2,500 sponsorships from Opportune, PlayStation, and Karen and Alexander Hardy. And for all of you watching at home, as Maggie and Ed Perks pledge $2,500, one CASA for a day. Devin Gold is in for $5,000. Yvonne Galley pledges $2,500. You watching at home know that every pledge makes a difference. CASA does more than just provide supportive, stable relationships. As Robert and Victoria Tompkinson pledge $100. To Allison Leopold pledges $2,500. Every pledge makes a difference. Linda C. Ting pledges $500. Melissa and Tom Sabiri, I see your $350. As Linda Mills pledges $2,500. Melissa and Tom Sabiri, I see your $350 pledge. Know that every $300 could buy a Chromebook for a student who is distance learning. Every $300 could buy a Chromebook. As Judy Powell pledges $100. Keep those pledges coming. We have $500 from Christine and Gordon Holterman, $500 from Maria France. And we have a big goal tonight, $250,000. And we're going to get there. We're going to get there because we have a special announcement this evening. We have a challenge grant on the table. David and Laura Crane have contributed an additional $20,000 towards this challenge. And an anonymous donor has contributed $20,000 as Scott Taylor and Lisa Westrich pledged $2,500 and Amy Arnold pledges $500. So that combined challenge grant of $40,000 means we have the opportunity to enable 32 CASAs right here, right now. You pledge $40,000 to enable 16 CASAs. Our donors match you for another 16, and the impact a CASA has is immense. The lack of consistency is one of the biggest challenges facing foster youth. Every pledge you make helps provide all-important consistency. Being in foster care is tough. Foster children face a lot of impermanence, a lot of inconsistency. For children in foster care for 24 months or longer, 15% of them have 5 or more placements. Lorraine, the CASA who spoke earlier, is with her youth for each placement change, helping to pack, settle in, and adjust. Research says a child with a CASA volunteer has significantly less placements than a child without a CASA volunteer, and your support right here, right now, enables positive outcomes. And you are doing great work as the pledges continue to pour in. E. Kim, we see your $300. Zora Foundation with Chris Battles, $1,000. Amy Underwood, you pledged $500. Amy Arnold pledged $500. Tana and Chad Dyer pledged $5,000. 2 CASAs for 1 year. That could be a family. That could be siblings have CASAs for a year. Scott Taylor and Lisa Westrich, so an anonymous pledge of $2,500. Keep those pledges coming. Keep Angela Road, your $50. $50 makes a difference. Every pledge makes a difference. $50 could provide a winter coat for one child. As Julie Airley pledges $1,000. Laura Crane in again, $5,000. Keep those pledges coming. Keep those pledges coming. Sherry Friedman pledges $250. Jason Ting is in for $1,000. And every pledge, Tasha Sullivan pledges $500. $500 can provide driver's ed training for a foster youth to be able to learn how to drive and achieve independence. As Allison Dieter pledges $2,500. Every pledge you make helps create stability that impacts every aspect of a foster child's life, especially their academic life. Youth in foster care are more likely to be chronically absent due to placement changes, school transfers, court hearings, and parental visitations. While 83% of students in California graduate from high school, that number drops to 53% for students in foster care. Barely half of foster care students graduate high school. 93% of foster care students say they want to go to college, but only 4% obtain a bachelor's degree by age 26. Marlene talked of not having goals to graduate or go to college until Tony pushed her to set goals higher than she thought possible. And then Tony supported her along the way to make sure those goals were achieved. Research shows a child with a CASA volunteer is more likely to have better outcomes. Children tend to perform better academically and behaviorally in school as measured by whether or not they pass their courses, whether or not they're expelled, and their conduct performance. And every pledge that you're making right now helps a foster child do better in school and better in life. As Colleen Rickard pledges $200. Keep those pledges coming. Jerry and Rich Wong pledged $10,000. Christy Patterson, we see your $10,000. Carrie Bischoff is in for $2,500. Keep those pledges coming. An anonymous gift of $20,000. I think that means we've hit our challenge grant. Yes, we've hit our challenge grant. We've hit the first two. We've got the challenge grant and we've hit the goal. But here's the thing. Just because we've hit the goal does not mean that there are not more services that CASA of San Mateo County can provide. Jen and Steve Miller pledged $2,500. It does not mean that there are not more youth out there who need a CASA in their life or who need the support of CASA San Mateo County. Jill Kasser pledges $500. We set our goal, what we thought was going to be a bit of a stretch since it's our first time out of the gate, but there is more need. And you keep those pledges coming because you are helping achieve great work York, Julie Lee pledges $500. Miss Roseanne Faust pledges $1,000. Ray Bonato pledges $1,000. And if I get your name wrong, I apologize in advance. Ellie and Jeff Bird pledged $250. It's coming all from a place of love. We love the work that you're doing. We're just doing our best here. The foster care system, though, is an incomplete solution. It provides the foundation for youth who need it, but it does not provide everything these kids need to be successful. Youth who are exiting foster care have a lot to say about the foster care system. 45% say they don't have enough people around them to provide tangible support. 38% say they have no one to provide emotional support. And 34% say they have no one to provide advice or guidance. And then there is Marlene, who was pushed to establish new dreams, pushed to achieve them, is now 20 years old and continues to receive tangible and emotional support, advice, and guidance from her CASA Tony. Every pledge you make provides support while living in a foster home and long after. Every pledge you make helps make the foster experience a well-rounded, complete experience for these youth, as Kimberly Guthrie pledges $500, and Nancy Lambert pledges $500, and Carol Brocious pledges $250, and the G. Willard Miller Foundation pledges $2,500, and Katie Rabb, we see your pledge of $5,000. Lynn Fishbach pledged $100. Andrew and Drury Wolf pledged $1,000. Keep those pledges coming. Every pledge you make makes a difference. Remember, every match costs $2,500 a year, and there are lots of other costs associated with it as well. Jill and Rod Burns pledged $2,500. $1,000, for example, provides continuing education for our CASAs, who receive a minimum of 12 classes per year. Topics range from updates to child welfare legislation to cultural competency to understanding child development and more. And CASA of San Mateo County works with social workers like Carly, who we saw earlier, to make sure that foster youth do not fall through the cracks. Children in foster care are 3 to 6 times more likely to have a mental health need than children in the general population. 1/3 of children who enter foster care have a chronic health condition, and 1/4 of them do not receive timely medical exams. 1 in 4 children in foster care do not receive timely medical exams. Social workers like Carly typically work with families in crisis. They don't always have time to focus on longer-term challenges, only immediate safety concerns. Understandable. But CASAs advocate for a child's overall well-being, including getting medical and dental checkups. And the research shows that when a CASA volunteer is assigned, a higher number of services are ordered for children and their families. So your support right here, right now, enables positive outcomes, and you continue to do great work. Corrine Smith, we see your $30. We appreciate your pledge. Kim Pepper pledged $500 as well. We appreciate your pledge. And the Chung boys are in for $2,500. Keep those pledges coming. Look, every pledge makes a difference. $100 could buy a birthday party for a kid who may not otherwise have the means to throw one and enjoy a birthday party. A simple thing, so meaningful, so easy for you to enable that. And remember, our magic number is $2,500. $2,500 enables one CASA for a full year. And you are providing support that will last. We appreciate all of your pledges. They continue to roll in. Every pledge makes a difference. Keep those pledges coming. Keep those pledges coming, because all the support that you are doing is giving great work to the CASAs of San Mateo County. And you have done amazing work, as Mrs. Claire Thompson is in for $2,500. Keep those pledges coming. We appreciate each and every one of you and each and every pledge that you are making. They all make a difference. A $300 gift could purchase a bicycle for a teenager who needs the mobility to be independent and to get around and to get back and forth to school. $100 could buy a youth bicycle, as Karen Sarabia pledges $100, could buy a youth bicycle so they could have fun in their neighborhood and socialize with their friends. You keep those pledges coming. You are doing great work. Right now, what we'd like to do is share with you some words from the kids themselves. These sentiments come straight from the heart.
I feel happy when you call me. I want you to call me 100,003,000 times. I'm glad we have this time together. I wish I could visit with you forever, even when I am adopted.
Thank you for buying me food and taking me out when you can. You don't have to, but I'm glad you do. I really do appreciate you a lot.
As a foster youth, having someone who genuinely cares about you is very important. There are times where people like me can forget that there are people here for me, and it's not always easy to trust many people, especially when people constantly come in and out of my life. I'm truly grateful for the CASA program, as well as my CASA volunteer, for all they've done to help me and relieve me of my stress.
I don't know what I would do without you. I'm so glad you're my CASA. You're honestly my best friend.
Honest to goodness sentiment from the children that you are helping serve right here, right now, tonight. And we're going to move on with the program, but that in no way means that you should stop giving. In fact, here's the promise I'll make. I will do my best to acknowledge and appreciate every pledge you make tonight. Like Eileen Chin, I see your $250. Thank you. We will check back in with the Fund to CASA in a little while, but right now, it's time for our auction, and we have great auction items for you to bid on. At the heart of CASA's work is the connection between our kids and the volunteers that change their lives for the better. And tonight in our auction, we have the opportunity for you to connect with incredible folks who are supporters of CASA. Each of them a luminary in their field, each of them offering incredibly intimate and generous experiences with you as long as you're the winning bidder. So make sure you are registered at casa.ggo.bid because that is how you play. 2 words about bidding on greater giving. When the time comes to close an item, it closes. There is no overtime, so do not wait until the last minute to bid. In fact, you should go start bidding right now. Seriously, all the items in our live auction, I see them on a monitor off to your left of the screen. All the items in our auction are open right now, and you should start bidding on everything right now. Point number 2 about bidding on greater giving, Max is your friend. Set a maximum bid on an auction item, and Max will bid on your behalf up to your maximum if other people bid against you, automatically. It's like drafting Steve Young to be your fantasy QB. Does all the work, makes you look like a genius because of it. And with that, let's start the auction with lot number 1. The inspiring conversation with 2021 Olympic mountain biker Kate Courtney. 5 people enjoy an intimate conversation with Kate Courtney. She's the 2019 Elite XCO World Cup overall champion. She's on the 2020, now 2021 Olympic team. Your group of 5 will enjoy dinner from Pacific Catch and a virtual conversation with Kate that is going to cover all sorts of bases. Here to tell you all about it, Kate Courtney.
Hi there, my name's Kate Courtney and I'm a professional mountain bike racer and member of Team USA, currently gearing up for those now 2021 Olympic Games. Today I'm really excited to tell you about an event that I'm involved with, benefiting CASA of San Mateo. CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates, and its work centers around youth in the foster care system, who not only need an adult role model and mentor to provide support during this challenging time, but to help them navigate the really complex legal system. So if you want to get involved and give back to this incredibly important cause, one way you can tune in is to bid on an event with me. So you'll win a Zoom call, we can hang out, we can chat, we can talk about bike racing, we can not talk about bike racing. I'll introduce you to my pandemic puppy, and we can spend the time doing whatever you'd like. But I'm really excited to get to spend some time with you all and to support this organization. So I hope you'll join me, and I'll be seeing some of you after November 18th. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Kate. We appreciate you. We wish you all the best next summer in Tokyo. And I, for one, would have loved to have met your pandemic puppy, but I guess that's what you got to pay to play to see, right? So let's go on over and check on the bidding. And here's how it works. You go to casa.ggo.bid, you click on lot number 1, you get in there and you can make bids. Currently, Sarah Murphy bid $750, and Sarah is our leader in the clubhouse looking for our next bid of $850. Again, you go to casa.ggo.bid, click on item number 1, you get in there and you can bid against Sarah Murphy. Sarah Murphy, currently our leader in the clubhouse, or actually, I guess you say currently our leader coming down the mountain. Sarah's in at $750. Oh, and the Chung boys tried to outbid her at $850, but Sarah has Max as her best friend, and she's currently in at $950. Sarah's in at $950, looking for $1,050. The Chung boys, you guys sound like a lot of fun. I mean, you're having a good time here. Now is your chance to get back in at $1,050. Sarah currently in at $950, looking for $1,050. And you heard Kate, Kate's got all sorts of crazy stories, great stories to tell. You can talk about mountain biking, or you can meet her puppy, or you can talk about what the Olympic experience is going to be like. Sarah Murphy currently in at $950, looking for a bid of $1,050. And here's how our auction's going to work tonight. As the Chung boys Sarah Murphy seems committed, fellas, because the Chung boys bid $1,050, and then Sarah Murphy, Max is her friend, auto bid $1,150, now looking for $1,250. And now tried again at $1,250, and Sarah's in at $1,350. It feels like a bidding war. We've got it. So now is your chance. Now is your chance to go one more. Now bid $1,450. Sarah's in at $1,350, looking to you at $1,450. Sarah's in at $1,350. The Chung boys tried again at $1,450, and Sarah's in at $1,550, now looking for $1,650. $1,550 is bid, now looking for $1,650. Go $1,650. Bid $6. Hey, try $1,650, right? You never know. $1,550 is bid, looking for $1,650. Sarah's in at $1,550, looking for $1,650. And here's the thing that we know. There's a little bit of a delay between what I say and when you hear it, but not in the bidding. The bidding is all lightning quick, no delay there. So Sarah's currently in at $1,550, looking for a bid of $1,650 to make sure we have a level playing field so everybody knows when the time to end the auction lot is. We're going to utilize a timer. We have a 30-second timer. It's going to pop up right below me right now. Boom, here it comes. Now you've got 30 seconds left. So if you want to test out the waters, or if you're waiting for the last minute to bid, or you just like drama, you can bid $1,650. They're in, and Sarah's back in at $1,750, looking for $1,850. $1,750's bid, looking for $1,850 as we come down to the final 10 seconds. So here is your chance. If you're waiting for the last second and you really want to try to push the snipe on this, yes, no, maybe so, fair warning, or off we go. Last chance to bid on lot number 1, and sold. Lot number 1 is sold. Thank you for all the fun bidding, and we'll hang out and see who won that in a minute. But right now, we're going to move on to lot number 2, a night with singer-guitarist Matt Nathanson. 10 people. Enjoy an intimate evening with singer-songwriter Matt Nathanson. You'll enjoy dinner and drinks from Selby's as you log on to spend some time with the man who recorded Come On, Get Higher, Modern Love, and Run. Let's hear from Matt directly what he has in store for you.
Hey everybody, Matt Nathanson here. You have a chance to bid on hanging with me. We'll do a hang, and we can talk about anything you want. We can play music, we can write a song, we could talk about sad stuff, happy stuff. If you wanted to do like your kids' math homework together, maybe you have a weird kink and you just love math, and you wanted to always do math with somebody who's written songs you like. Maybe this is your time. You know what I'm saying? And all the money goes to such a great cause. I want to get as much of it as we can. So, bid on a night with me, an evening of hanging on Zoom, where we get to do fun stuff. Sending you all big love, crazy times, but we got to help those folks who are less fortunate. All right, signing off. See you soon.
Thank you, Matt. As a numbers guy, I'd love to hang out and write a song about math, but I'm sure that you watching at home probably have way better ideas about how to have a fun time with him. The bidding on this opened at $2,500. Jennifer Miller kicked us off at $2,500, looking for our next bid of $2,750. $2,500 is bid, looking for $2,750. And if you, once again, you go to casa.ggo.bid, right on the home screen there, you click on the auction item number 2, a night with singer-guitarist Matt Nathanson. You click on bid $2,750, or heck, live a little, bid more. Either way, now is your chance to bid on what obviously is going to be a fun and engaging and entertaining time. Matt is no shortage of fun to be had. You can write music together, you can hear stories, you can just hash out sad songs, or enjoy hanging out with Matt. The current bid is $2,500, looking for $2,750. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're giving everybody who actually wants it a chance to find it and bid, just in case you've been having some difficulty. So I'll vamp for a few more seconds and give you the opportunity to bid as Jennifer's rolling. Jennifer's like, hey, I'm winning this thing right now and nobody's bid against me. I get it with a single bid. Go, Jennifer. We appreciate you, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't try to get somebody to bid against you. Jennifer's in at $2,500, looking for $2,750. This is your chance to bid for 10 people to enjoy what is obviously going to be a very entertaining virtual experience. We'll say then the countdown timer is up. We've got 30 seconds left. If you've been waiting for the last chance to bid on the opportunity to hang out with Matt Nathanson, then this is it. Jennifer is currently our leading bidder on this at $2,500, looking for a bid of $2,750. Chance to jump in and get the water down, or Jennifer's going to hit a hit single with her first number at $2,500, as we're down to yes, no, maybe so, fair warning, or off we go. Last chance to bid on lot number 2, and sold. Lot number 2 is sold. And that takes us on to lot number 3. Lot number 3 is our biggest lot of the night by far. It's a fireside chat with 49ers quarterback and football legend Steve Young. 6 people enjoy hanging out with Hall of Fame 49ers quarterback Steve Young. Steve was the last quarterback to lead the 49ers to a Super Bowl win. The most compelling NFL analyst on television or radio. Incredible career. 7 times Pro Bowl. 3 Super Bowl titles, 1 Super Bowl MVP, NFL MVP, most career rushing touchdowns by a quarterback, 2nd highest quarterback passer rating, most passing titles, most consecutive passing titles. The man is the epitome of success on the field and off. Currently on ESPN's Monday Night Football crew. Get your dinner from Pacific Catch, then log on to hang out with the man himself. And here to tell us about it is the man himself, Steve Young.
Hey guys, I'm Steve Young, and I'm happy to be here to support the great work CASA does for foster kids. We all know how important it is to have a mentor, someone who shows up for us no matter what. And that's who a CASA Gun volunteer is for kids who need it the most. So tonight, we can help CASA do this important work by giving generously. And for my part, I'm offering up an opportunity for you and 5 friends to hang out with me virtually and go inside the NFL today, how it's responding to our current situation and where it's headed. I can share stories from my career as a player and commentator, answer questions, and together we'll be doing some real good for our community and the kids CASA serves. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you on Zoom.
Wow, thank you, Steve. We wholeheartedly appreciate your generosity for our event and really all that you do for organizations on the peninsula. And your football analysis is always the most honest and spot on. The bidding on this opened at $5,000. Christy Patterson bid $5,000. And then the Chung Boys bid $6,000. And we're currently sitting at $6,000, looking for the next bid of $6,500 or more. $6,000 is bid, looking for $6,500. $6,000 is bid, looking for $65,000. Go 65, bid 65, now 65. $6,000 is bid, looking for $6,500. And if you've ever attended any fundraisers on the peninsula, you know that this opportunity to hang out with Steve Young is as affordable as it gets to get a chance to be this close to Mr. Young. You're in at $6,000 looking for $6,500. Don't be late. Come bid. Come bid. Now is the time to jump in, hang out with the Hall of Famer, get to hear about the time he spent on the Monday Night Football set, his time with the legendary Stuart Scott, or his time mentoring at first under Joe Montana and then taking the Niners to titles. This is a man who has lived on both sides of the camera and is doing amazing work these days. Currently, bidding is at $6,000, looking for a bid of $6,500. Your chance to get your chance to bid and have an opportunity to hang out with an NFL and Bay Area legend. $6,000 is bid, looking for 65. Go 65. Bid 65. Now 65. $6,000 is bid, looking for $6,500. If it seems like we had the bidding, the bidding slowed down. So let's put up the play clock then and say there's 30 seconds left. You got 30 seconds left to call your audible and get in on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to hang out with Steve Young. Bidding's at $6,000, looking for 65. Go 65. Keep it alive now. Jump on in, because this is amazing. You know that he can give you the lowdown on what's happening in the NFL. Heck, maybe just help you with your picks this week. I could use a lot of help with my picks. Or tell you about what the plans are. The Pro Bowl today just announced it's going on Madden. Yes, no, maybe so. Fair warning, or off we go. Last chance to bid out, hang out with Steve, and sold. Ooh, and somebody played that at the very end. I don't know if we want to keep that open and keep playing with it, but we got that last second bidder that came in there. Congratulations to Katie Robb for sneaking on in and getting that one at the last second. Our final lot of the night, lot number 4, Heart to Heart with Kelly Corrigan. 7 people spend some time with Kelly Corrigan, New York Times best-selling author, podcaster, host of PBS's Tell Me More. Grab your dinners from Pacific Catch and then log on to spend time with the woman who's had 3 books hit number 2 on the New York Times bestseller list, whose essay about women's remarkable capacity to support each other, to laugh, and to endure became a viral sensation back in 2008. Here to tell you more about it, Kelly Corrigan.
Hey, I'm Kelly Corrigan, and together with 6 of your BFFs, I'll be hosting a little online something where we talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. And I will tell you all the inside scoop from the Tell Me More shoots with James Corden and Jen Garner and Brian Stevenson, and everything you ever wanted to know about the podcast, and writing, and motherhood, and even maybe a little bit about marriage. So please bid and please help CASA.
Thank you, Kelly. Much appreciated. And for you watching at home, this is your last chance to bid in our live auction this evening. Angela Espinoza kicked us off at $1,500, looking for a next bid of $1,650. Angela is currently in with 6 other guests to enjoy this heart-to-heart with Kelly at $1,500, looking for $1,650. And Kelly has all sorts of stories to tell, from being on the New York Times bestseller list to just giving you behind-the-scenes details of what it's like to be working on PBS's Tell Me More. Currently, Angela's in at $1,500, looking for a bid of $1,650. Yeah, this is your chance to jump in at $1,650. No, we don't see. The bidding isn't going crazy. We've given everybody an opportunity to log on. So let's make sure that we all have a fair understanding of where the auction's going to end. Is Karen Hardy in at $1,650. Now 18. Go 18. Bid 18 and 18. $1,650 is bid now, looking for 18. 1,800 with Corey Shaw. Now 1950. Go 1950. Bid 1950. $1,800 is bid now, looking for 1950. Go 1950 and 21. Go 21. Bid 21 and 21 and 2250. Go 2250. Bid 2250 and 2250. Corey Shaw is in at $2,100, looking for 2250. The Chung Boys in at 2250. Now 24. Go 24. Bid 24 and 24. 2,250 is bid now, looking for 24. Go Corey Shaw back in at 24. Now 2550. Go 20. Angela Espinoza back in at 2550. Now 27. Go 27. Bid Karen Hardy in at 27. Now 2850. Go 2850. Bid 2850 and 28. Angela Espinoza in at 2850 and 3. Go 3. Bid 3. Now 3. 2,850 is bid now, now looking for 3 and 3, go 3, bid 3. 2,850 is bid now looking for 3 and 3, go 3. Angela Espinosa is our leader in the club. Corey Shaw in at $3,000, now 3,150, go third. Angela Espinosa back in at 3,150 and 33, go 33, bid 33 and 33. 3,150 is bid now looking for 33. 33 with Corey Shaw, now 3,450, go 3,450, bid 3,450, now 3,450. 3,450 with Karen Hardy, now 36, go 36, bid 36 and 36. Karen Hardy's in at 3,450, now looking for 36, go 36, bid 36 and 36. Stay in the mix, now bid 36, 3,600 with Corey Shaw, now 3,750, go 3,750, bid 3,750 and 37. 3,600 is bid now looking for 3,750, go 3,750, bid 3,750 and 3,750. Corey Shaw's in at 3,600 looking for $3,750. Angela Espinosa back in at 3,750 and 39, go 39, bid 39 and 39. 39 and 4,050, go 4,050, bid 4,050. $3,900 is bid now looking for 4,050, go 4,050, bid 4,050 and 4,050. 3,900 is bid looking for 4,050. Wouldn't it be nifty now bid 4050? Now wouldn't it be nifty now bid 4050? 4050 and 42, go 42, bid 42 and 42. 4,050 is bid now looking for 42, go 42, bid 42 and 42. What you gonna do now bid 42 now? 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 What you gonna do bid 42? $4,050 is bid looking for $4,200. Yes, no, maybe so. Fair warning, or we'll rock the timer and go. 4,050 is bid looking for $4,200. And okay, let's put up the timer then and say there's 30 seconds left as the Chung boys are in at 4,200 looking for 4,350. Go 4,350, bid 4,350. 4,200 is bid looking for 4,350. Oh yeah, this is going to be exciting as we come down to the final 15 seconds in our auction tonight. This is your last chance to get in and bid on our auction tonight as we say yes, no, maybe so, fair warning, or off we go. Last chance to bid in our auction and sold. Woohoo! Ha! That concludes our auction tonight. Congratulations to all of our winning bidders as I try to watch and see what happens with the time delay on the bidding on that one. Congratulations to all our winning bidders. Especially the Chung boys, you bid on so much. Congratulations on getting that last lot. But really, all of our bidders, we appreciate all of you. You have done amazing work. A reminder that the virtual experiences auction is going to be open until tomorrow at noon. So if you didn't get what you wanted in the live auction tonight, or you simply just want to keep bidding on stuff, get on over to casa.ggo.bid and bid. Since we've last checked in, we've received a few more pledges that I would love to acknowledge. Jae-yoon Kim pledged $100. Harvey and Gay Kaplan pledged $2,500. Tracy Bianchi pledged $300. Andrea Irvin pledged $500. Jenny Risk pledged $1,000. Stacy W. Pack pledged $2,500. Lynn Wang pledged $250. Jennifer Bugnato pledged $200. Brian and Mary Lee Delahanty pledged $1,000. Tracy Bianchi pledged $300. We appreciate each and every one of you and your pledges. You're making a huge difference for the youth that CASA of San Mateo County serves. If you have a friend or family who couldn't join us tonight, please send them the casa.ggo.bid link. Let them know that there is plenty of time to make a pledge that will support CASA of San Mateo County. As Heather Brownlee pledges $500. Our Fund a CASA will be open until tomorrow at noon Pacific time, and you can always visit CASA of San Mateo County's webpage and make a pledge. Just know that whenever you make a pledge, we appreciate you all. It has been my honor to be your fundraiser this evening. Thank you for doing such great work for CASA of San Mateo County. Don't go anywhere yet because we're not quite done, but I want you to know that when you do go, please always remember to use your powers for good. And now, to really take us on home, CASA of San Mateo County Executive Director Nakia Richardson.
Hi, everyone. This has been an incredible evening. I've been behind the scenes screaming and really excited. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors and to each and every one of you who attended tonight. I'm so grateful that you've taken the time to be here with us, to listen, to learn, and to give so generously. Our work is not possible without you. When you show up for a child in need, you not only make a difference for that child in that moment, you impact who that child is at school and in the community. You impact who that child will be as an adult and how that child shows up in their future family. A huge thank you to our amazing CASA volunteers who make a difference every day in the lives of our kiddos. Most importantly, thank you to our CASA youth like Marlene, who let us in and remind us what is possible when we're there for each other. I also want to take a moment to give special thanks to our amazing steering committee who brought their creativity, their time, and their resources to make tonight a success. Thank you to my fantastic CASA team for pouring their hearts into their work every day, and thanks to our wonderful board. I am overwhelmed by what's happened tonight. I thank you for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your night. Be well.